Okay, next we have a complex capital structure. So let's take a look at this one. Look at the last line for the task performed. Compute Company's A's basic and diluted earnings per share for the year ended December 31st. Okay, so recall the earnings per share formula: net income minus preferred stock dividends over weighted average common shares. Fill in the data. My net income is 655 million. I'm going to truncate that. And I have no preferred stock dividends. Okay, so I have none. So now I need to do the weighted average common shares formula. So I have date, quant, okay, for my quantity. If split, so it does say I have a split here, so I'm gonna open that up a little bit. Okay, if split, and then time, and then equals my results. I should leave a little bit of space there for that amount. So that's my results there. So my date is 1/1. I start at 1/1. My first transaction is 4/30. And I have started out with 900 common shares. And I had a split of 0.05 for that layer. And I'm outstanding 4/12. For 5/1, I have sold 60. So I have 960. And that was just for 1 month. So May, April, I sold those 60. And May, they were outstanding. June 1st was the next time that I had something. Okay, so that was only for 1 month. So my dividend was declared on May 24th. So 5/24 split. And I leave a space here. Okay, so let's multiply these out. 900 times 1.05 equals 945 million shares. 960 times 105 equals 1,000,008. Okay, a truncated. I've dropped the zeros on that. So that 1008, that comes down. See, here's my split line. That's why I left that space there, so that I can bring that arrow down, so that I know that on 6/1, after the split, I had 1008. I issued 72,000 shares in exchange for the purchase of an asset of a subsidiary. Doesn't matter what you did with it, it's still an issue. Okay, so I have 1080, and that was outstanding. The 1080 is outstanding for 7/12. So 6/1 to 12/31, 7/12. So now I have 945 times 4/12. Go ahead, put that in your calculator. What do you get? 945 times 4/12. I'm going to get 315. Don't wait for the answer. Use your calculator so that your hands will use your calculator the way your hands are going to use your calculator on the screen in the test center, so that it becomes like automatic, like riding a bicycle. It just becomes automatic. Okay, 1008, 1,000,008 times 1/12, and I have 84. Again, I'm truncating my numbers. So the last one, 1,080 times 7/12. So here I have 1,080 and I get 630. Okay, for 1,029. And that's my quantity. Remember, this is your denominator, so this is 1029. and I'm going to have 655 divided into 1029. Do it in your calculator. Muscles have memory, and you will remember these things. 0.636, that's going to round up to 0.64. 64 cents for basic. It has to compute the diluted earnings per share. Is there anything in my question that says I have something that would dilute my earnings per share? No. So my diluted earnings per share and my basic earnings per share are the same. Trick question. Okay, once again, another demonstration of the framework involved here for our stock split. So use that, extend that if split, extend that a little bit so that you can multiply the quantity times the split value to get a new number. That's the number that is going to be multiplied by the time. And then use this little cheat sheet thing here. So you have a little cheat thing that you take that number and bring it forward here. So don't forget to do this. It sounds hokey, it sounds silly, but when you have a 4-hour test and your brain has been working for 4 hours and you get something like this, hey, boom, you got the answer. All right? If you ended up with a weighted average common shares on your last Tesla for TBS or something like that, boom, you got the answers, you got the process, okay? You don't have to even think. You're going to do these things automatically when you follow this behavioral modification. This is a behavioral type of training that you're doing. So this is something that B.F. Skinner worked on, and a lot of schools use this for teaching, believe it or not, mathematics and teaching, and you learn this way as well. So now you're learning this way again using this behavioral conditioning here. And that's the whole thing, is that you're ready to take this test, this 4-hour, once in a lifetime test.